What's going on, everybody? It is me, Squatingdog, and I've got a special video for each of you. Today we are going to go through my stream room and build it together so you guys can see the process of what it takes to take an ordinary room like this and turn it into a fully functioning stream room. And in order to do so, I have been sponsored by Blue microphones that make me sound like a legend. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoy the video. So when you're building a stream room, it's really important to get your aesthetics correct. You really want to make sure you've already thought through what you're going to put on each of the walls. So in this situation, I've got a wall that is over here that will have a bunch of like posters and things that I really love, and Legos. I'm a really big Lego fan, so I'm going to have Legos all scattered across this side. I use a lot of green screen magic, so I'm gonna have a green screen behind me. So right here, we're gonna have a roll down green screen that will go up and down. So we're gonna be able to bolt those into the wall and essentially make a green screen pop up for me while I'm playing live. As you can see, we already colored this wall like a dark blue. And the reason for this is I'm gonna use hue lights to be able to light up this wall very lightly. So we have a little bit of RGB magic. And for this forward facing wall, I'm gonna make sure that I have soundproofing. I live in an apartment complex, and so when I get crazy, roll clip. Oh, we got another one! I don't want people to have to knock on my door to shut us down. So I'm gonna make sure that this wall is completely soundproof while I'm recording. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add these panels. And what we did, instead of applying them directly onto the wall that could cause long-term damage, we are essentially going to place them on a very thin wooden board. We used some Gorilla Glue and glued them all onto the board. And then now what we are gonna do is we're gonna just drill this board into the wall to do the least amount of damage to this area. All right, soundproofing is up. Thank you, babe. Where it all started for me was Fortnite, and they gifted me with these two decks, which are really freaking sweet. So we are going to have a special place for that on the wall. Also, I really wanted this room to be pretty classy. So I installed these pipe fixtures to the wall. You can find these at Home Depot. And I'm gonna put a shelf, a wooden shelf that looks really nice, because gamers acquire a lot of random things. And so in order to declutter our home, I'm gonna put a shelf up here. Just got a nice board from Home Depot. We stained it a nice shade. And now we are going to install it by simply putting it just right on top. The current desk I am using is completely made out of IKEA furniture. The reason for this is I saw something on Reddit, and it was like one of the most inexpensive and the most desk space that I could pretty much find. So essentially what it is two drawers from IKEA and a kitchen countertop wooden slate that we're gonna place on top. When setting up your desk for gaming, it's really crucial that you take cord management into mind. And so what's really smart is to Velcro your power outlet to the back of these dressers. That will keep all cords off the ground. So you want to make it look really clean and nice, and cord management is going to be key for this. So I have my power outlets Velcroed to the back of each of these cabinets. So there's only one cord going to my plug and all of my other devices going into this. So on the very back of these IKEA desks, I placed an RGB light from Hue. It's a light strip. So I'll be able to get some RGB lights and affect that from my computer. And then along the back, also these trays where my cord management will go so that it looks very clean and concise. One of my mods, who is excellent at wood making, made me this sign, white and black, but it also has an LED strip. So we're gonna put this on the wall, and that will show us the Squatingdog brand. Voila! Looks good. Once you have the structure figured out, you're really gonna have to look into both lighting and where your monitors are gonna be. Depending on how many monitors, how many systems, or how many computers, you wanna think really wisely about where things are positioned based off of cable length. So, let's start with the monitors first. I have two side monitors that are made by Predator, and they're both on this arm made by Herman Miller. They're really incredible, and they give you functionality of being able to move your monitors however you see fit. Because of my love for the Herman Miller arms, I'm gonna get one more, but my current setup only has two, with this being on the normal stand of the BenQ. This is a 240 hertz screen. Really incredible, allows you to be able to pick up a lot more in your gameplay. I highly recommend that if you are gaming, you should be gaming around 120 or higher for hertz. 240 isn't that big of a difference between 120, but it is worth mentioning that 120 has a huge advantage over 60. So if you're looking for a monitor and you're looking for one that works really well, I recommend BenQ. They really do a great job at keeping your hertz the highest as possible. I'm going to tell you a secret right now. Velcro straps for cord management are a lifesaver. In terms of gaming routers, we're going with the XR700. It has worked really well for us in the past and hasn't died down since. When you have a whole lot of technology, it's worth mentioning that you might want to use a UPS. If your power goes out, like I live in an apartment complex, the power shuts down pretty easily. If you have one of these, you're going to protect your computers and any important technology that you don't want to short surge. Lighting is also a crucial element to setting up a good stream room. And as you can tell, prior to this video, the lighting has been horrible because really all I've been using is what is typical of most room, overhead light. Overhead light is not very flattering and can make a stream look very dull. And so as this video continues, you'll see more and more, and we'll touch on how to set up lighting to make your stream pop, make you look set apart from your background, so on and so forth. In terms of streaming rigs, I ended up going with NZXT, love you guys, and they helped handcraft two really great machines for me, one for streaming and one for gaming. And essentially what this does is it splits the computing cost in half for both my units to be able to function at top tier levels. You can accomplish this with a beast of a machine as well, so don't expect to see a lot of people running this, but I do want to make sure I'm putting out the most high quality stream as possible, and so that requires me to have a computer dedicated to doing just that. So I called up Logitech and was like, yo, I like to jam out and vibe hard. And they were like, hey, we got the system for you. The G560. And it's two speakers and it lights up. You can program it to your computer to give you epic visuals as background. Or if you just want to listen to a little Mariah Carey, you can. When it comes to cameras, I have three. I have a Sony and two Logitech Brios. One that is my keyboard cam that shines everything from above, and one that is a green screen cam that takes away all green alpha channel, and then my normal high definition close-up Sony camera. I'm gonna leave a link in the description with all of this stuff on my Amazon list, so you'll be able to see all of these in action.
Straight vodka. Oh, it's just water.
So those are my three cameras, and in order for these to work, the Brios are USB, so they can go directly into my computer, and my Sony requires what they call a cam link, and it essentially translates your DSLR or mirrorless camera into a feed that OBS or Streamlabs OBS can interpret. I believe an investment goes a long way. And so you guys might be seeing all these products and just being like, this is a lot of money squatting. And I understand completely. This has been an accumulation over years, even before I was a streamer, because the foundational principle is a good investment goes a long way. If you purchase something that is really bad, like a cheap product, you're only gonna get a small return for that product. So you might be buying a really bad product for a year or two and then have to buy it again and again and again and again. Whereas if you invest in your gaming setup, you invest in your stream setup, you are going to make an investment into yourself. I am using the Sony 6400 and it is using a 16mm lens on it to capture a wide view. And I'm also currently gonna try setting that up with light ring. And I have 2 flanking key lights that I'll be setting up here as well. Okay, so we've got our computers set up, our monitors, our light, and everything else with the exception of the most important piece, sound. Sound is the most important thing about streaming. So the device I use in tandem with the Blue microphone is a Go XLR. The reason for this is I'm using an XLR mic called the Bluebird. And so I can plug it into this and edit my voice in real time, which is an incredible asset to a streamer. Ever since I started gaming, I was using Blue products. I've been using the Yeti my entire life. And Blue is the reason, without a doubt, that every time I talk to somebody while playing a game, they ask me, "Are you a streamer?"
Do you stream?
I do.
Are you streaming right now?
I am. How'd you know I was a streamer?
Your mic is so good.
Kinda sound like a streamer. Do you stream? I don't know. It's just like the mic quality is really good.
You sound like a streamer because your voice and your mic quality.
Oh, hey, Volt. What's going on, man?
I have a wonderful speaking voice, holy crap.
Kind of sound like a streamer right now.
You got the best mic ever.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Why is your voice so smooth?
Like,
Yeah,
sounds really crispy, really good.
Nice and clear, huh? So you got a nice mic. What kind of mic you got?
I got a Blue microphone, bro.
Nice.
It's called a Bluebird, dude, and it's incredible. I'm sponsored by them, so they're awesome.
Yeah, are you YouTuber?
Sounds nice, not gonna lie.
The voice is.
Oh yeah, it's super clean.
What's up, everybody?
I mean, this guy's got a incredible microphone, dude. His wife, I mean, I'm like enamored.
You can sound like a streamer too if you use Blue products. They're incredible for great sound as long as you fine tune them and make them sound the way you want them to. It's a huge tool as a streamer and the #1 thing that I would recommend if you're building a setup to invest in a mic. Use Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest things to happen to the gaming scene in quite a while is right here. This is the Logitech G Herman Miller Embody chair. The reason why this is such a big deal is because gamers sit typically, and they sit for long periods of time. And when you do that, your spine is the most important thing to take care of. Because if you are sitting for long periods of time, that misalignment can happen whether you're slouching on the couch or up in a chair. This chair aligns to your specific spine to keep you in good posture and health your entire gaming session, which is huge for gamers and streamers. And it's a huge investment, especially when there's a 12 freaking year warranty. That's insane. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Now all we have to do is cord management, which is super boring. It takes a lot of Velcro, and I'll spend a lot of time doing it. So I'm gonna fast forward all of that, and we're gonna go straight to the stream side of things so you guys can see everything in real time.
Hang on one second. Upon making this video halfway through, Logitech and Herman Miller decided to send me a Moshia gaming desk that has a motor on it that moves it up and down. Upon making this video, I had all of the IKEA stuff set up, but you might see a change, and that is this desk. And this desk allows me to move it up and down, as you can see right here, right now. Thank you once again, Logitech G, Herman Miller. You guys are the best in the game. Thank you for sending me this desk and being able to recognize my own health for being able to not sit all the time, but stand as well. Super crucial to my success as a streamer and content creator. So let's just get right back into the video. So let's talk about all of the gear that I use. You guys have seen it on most of my streams, but it's worth mentioning that I am sponsored by Logitech G and Blue, both incredible companies that really truly try to make you the best gamer you can possibly be with the gear that you have. We have the Yeti mic. If you are looking for a entry level microphone, this is going to be the mic you want. If you are also looking for podcasts or anything along those lines, this mic will be really, really helpful to get you started. This is a USB mic, so it's really easy to set up to any of your devices and hit the ground running. The second one I would recommend is Bluebird. This is the one I'm using right now, the SL. And this is an XLR mic, which means it has the 3 prongs and is a little bit harder to connect to your computer unless you are having some sort of soundboard. And so I've got the Go XLR, so those two go really, really well together and are going to be high quality in terms of hearing the crisp sounds. Blue's website has so many in between, right? Like even the Snowball, which is even a more accessible mic for most people, to even deeper down to the audio black hole of awesomeness. So those are two that I would highly recommend you check out and look for. Okay, so I'm going to test out my Blue microphone by showing you an example of a pretty decent clip-on mic made by Rode and the Blue microphone. We'll hear the sound differences pretty drastically, so I'm just gonna place both of them up to my mouth and then say a few things. So I'm gonna play the Rode mic first. Hello. Please use code Squatingdog in the item shop. And then obviously this is the Blue. Hello. Please use code Squatingdog in the item shop. So you can hear the differences. There's like so many drastic differences. And this is like a high quality mic. There are a lot of other really bad mics that a lot of people use. So if you aren't using Blue technology, you really should. You're gonna hear the sound quality in your voice and on the stream way more. The headset is the first thing worth mentioning. This is the Pro X. They have a whole Pro series, a Pro keyboard, a Pro headset, and a Pro mouse. All of these are incredible, and I use all 3 of them. If you're looking for a really good headset, reasonably priced and incredible in both audio and your mic, this is the headset I would recommend 100%. When it comes to using mouses. When I use my mouse, I use a Logitech G Pro primarily. This is an industry standard in gaming, has your 2 clicks on the side, and is super lightweight and wireless. And it is absolutely incredible at what it does. When I'm using other games or even doing graphic design or Photoshop, my primary mouse is the G502 wireless. Same thing, it is completely wireless. The charge lasts like forever. It's insane, and they both work really well. So these are the 2 mouses. This is going to be the least professional segment for sure, but I don't know the industry language for 2 of these. I use 2 for different things, but yeah, so those are the 2 that I use. When it comes to using keyboards, there are 2 that I also use. First one worth mentioning is the Pro keyboard by Logitech G. You can also interchange each of the keys themselves and the mechanism that is either clicky or non-clicky. So you can choose and have the customization as much or as little as you want. The one I primarily use because it is wireless is this baby. This is the G915 TKL Lightspeed Wireless Tactile Keyboard. It's a mouthful, I know, but It's incredible. It's wireless and it is low profile. So it's gonna sit a little bit lower than my Pro, and I'll show you guys the difference in that by just stacking them on top of each other here. You can see the difference there between the Pro and the G915. So that is what I use for my headset, keyboard, and mouse. Mice, Meeson, Meeseeks, Miken. Next subject. Okay, the next thing we are gonna talk about is lighting. As you can see right now, my setup has 2 lights. My Squatingdog logo in the back here, and then all of the screens that are in front of me. What I do is I've got a process of lighting. The first thing is figuring out the light that's right in front of me. I have a key circle ring light that I just purchased, and so that comes from right there. So this, as you can already see, lights up a good chunk. And I feel like a lot of streamers out there have this. They have some sort of main light. Their background is a little bit muted, right? Like as you can see here, my camera will pick up the lighting differently depending on what I do in my movement. And so you got to be really careful with this just one light setup, because your camera might interact with it in weird ways. I also have this left key light, and what this one is designed to do is, 1, it's going to light up the room, and 2, it's gonna accent the side of my face, and it's going to now differentiate me from the background, which is really, really important. I also have this other light over here, and this is gonna light up my green screen so that I can do green screen magic like this. So now it will pick up me, also give me a little bit of side light, and now also pick up my green screen. So I'm able to have a little bit more fun with dynamic scenes with my community. I also have a hue light. I have a few hue lights here that I'm going to show you guys. As you can see, I've got a light strip back there. I can pick the color, you know, if we want to change it to purple or whatnot. These are all hue lights, by the way. So if you're looking for any lights to kind of adjust in this manner, hue lights are perfect for this. So I'm going to show you a few scenes that I have pre-created here. This is going to be my normal stream setup, and then this is maybe a late night setup where it would drastically change based off of just hanging out late at night. And that's the setup tour. We have built it from the ground up. You guys got to see every little thing that I utilize on this stream. If you guys have any questions or comments or things you want me to parse out, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to try to answer as many of those as possible. If you have any other questions or videos that you would like me to create about streaming in general, please also leave a comment about that. If you loved this content, like this video, subscribe to my channel. We'd love to see more of you. And a huge special thank you to Blue for sponsoring this video and encouraging me to do all of this. We couldn't have done it without your incredible technology, making streamers sound amazing. And you guys are continually trying your best to be able to give us the best technology to sound as well as we do. So thank you, Blue, for sponsoring this video. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. See you soon.